Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome back. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most intense police chases ever caught on Dashcam and Bodycam. High speeds, split-second decisions, and shocking endings you won't believe are real. Buckle up, this is pure chaos in motion.
The driver. On November 10, 2022, Officer Matthews was alerted that the Newton County Sheriff's Office and the Covington Police Department were actively pursuing a vehicle attempting to flee. The vehicle, believed to be connected to a missing persons case, had fled from a wooded area off Stevenson Road. Officer Matthews quickly located the pursuit and joined the chase.
918 radio.
Now.
918 radio. I'm helping another jurisdiction in the 1080.
918.
36 at High Point Church. We're southbound on 36.
Where are you cleared?
English 710-7.
308.
Picket Bridge Road. Just went down Picket Bridge Road.
Picket Bridge Road.
Find out what their charges are, please.
10-4, I've asked that dispatcher multiple.
In the following minutes, the suspect turned onto a dirt road, seemingly attempting to use the dust cloud kicked up by the vehicle to obstruct the officer's visibility. The tactic appeared effective, as the pursuing units temporarily lost visual contact with the suspect's vehicle.
50.
Seen y'all on Picket Bridge before. Take second. Go for it. Here, take over. Yeah, I will, but I can't get up there. I can't see.
On the 1080 for service southeast.
Radio, the speed still in the lead.
There's just continue there, good 20. Advising on.
Due to the prolonged nature of the pursuit, the suspect's erratic driving, and the approach toward residential neighborhoods along Georgia State Route 212, including several subdivisions and a busy roundabout at the intersection with GA 36, Trooper Matthews determined that a pit maneuver was necessary to safely bring the pursuit to an end.
Jacob, when you pit, we'll spin and pin. Spin and pin. Right, I'm with them also.
A precise pit maneuver forced the suspect's vehicle off the road and into small trees. Captain Jones and Sergeant Gilbert arrested the driver, identified as Jesse Hardiman, a convicted felon on felony probation with 6 prior license suspensions. The vehicle had a stolen plate registered to a different car and lacked valid insurance. A search uncovered 3 loaded firearms within reach: a Taurus PT 2417 pistol, a Tenfolio Witness Classic 2 pistol, and an unmarked .22 caliber rifle. Officers also found a stolen license plate, around 12 loaded magazines, and additional ammunition inside the car. At about 7:30 p.m. on September 25, 2024, Pleasant Prairie Police were alerted that Kenosha police were chasing a vehicle headed in their direction. Moments later, officers spotted a car matching the description, traveling around 70 miles per hour in a 45 zone. When they attempted a stop, the driver accelerated sharply and began weaving through lanes, prompting Pleasant Prairie officers to join the pursuit.
Officers attempted to box in the fleeing vehicle and successfully deployed spike strips, puncturing at least 3 of its tires. Despite the damage, the suspect continued driving at high speed, refusing to stop.
13 on number 1. Good spikes again. Pull him, pull him. 13, go around me. I got spiked.
Soon after, officers caught up to the suspect's vehicle and attempted to surround it, hoping the driver would surrender without a collision. Instead, the driver remained defiant, maneuvering aggressively in an effort to break free from the patrol cars. Realizing the driver had no intention of stopping safely, an officer executed a pit maneuver to end the chase. The impact sent the suspect's vehicle into a ditch, where the driver immediately jumped out and fled on foot. Officers quickly pursued close behind. At around 6 p.m. on May 29, 2025, an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper was conducting speed enforcement on Interstate 75 in the town of Franklin when the driver of a GMC Envoy, later identified as Jennifer Wilson, was clocked at 82 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. When the trooper attempted to stop the vehicle, Wilson reportedly refused to comply and sped away, initiating a pursuit.
White female driver, black hair, 40s.
Passing 63 fever 82. Light traffic right now. We're trying to box her in. Stand by. Yeah, she sees that she's totally going around us.
The GMC Envoy was clearly not built for outrunning the police, yet the driver continued to push forward. Troopers made multiple attempts to safely slow the vehicle and end the pursuit, but Jennifer Wilson kept weaving through traffic, refusing to stop, determined not to get caught. What she didn't realize was that she had just passed up every chance to save herself from what was coming next, decisions she would soon come to regret.
1922, I'll get in front again. See if you can push her over towards the shoulder.
Light traffic.
Traffic.
Off the right side of the road. Right in 31. Right, 31. Start EMS.
Start, lost, signal high,
The driver swerved onto the shoulder in a failed attempt to escape, then tried to re-enter the highway at high speed. The SUV went airborne, flipped multiple times, and landed upside down. Troopers, along with a passing nurse, immediately provided first aid while waiting for emergency responders to arrive. The driver appeared to have sustained significant injuries.
Yeah.
Hey, fire hydrant, or
Don't move, EMS coming.
The driver was transported to the hospital for treatment and later recovered. She now faces multiple charges, including driving under the influence, failure to comply, and loss of control of a vehicle. Investigators also linked her to a hit-and-run incident that occurred earlier that same day in Montgomery County.
you got alcohol right there in your left front. You got alcohol. What's your name?
She's bleeding from the head.
I'll get caught.
I can't tell if it's minor laceration or more.
That's from the crash. Pull over.
Can you hear me? Did you cut your head? Okay, were you wearing your seatbelt? Should be just a cut. She advised she was wearing a seatbelt. She said she's trying to run from people chasing her. People have a GPS on her, I guess.
Can I see you, nurse?
We're not moving her quite yet. She was wearing a seatbelt downstairs.
She was.
That's what she said.
She's
Good.
Stay still, sweetheart.
I think she sideswiped it earlier.
On Tuesday, February 21st, 2023, at around 2:17 p.m., Trooper Carrie Permenter responded to assist the Conway Police Department in an active vehicle pursuit. The suspect, driving a black Dodge Charger, had fled from Conway officers and was traveling eastbound on Interstate 40.
Getting caught up to him in the left lane. Left lane. Approaching 430. Staying on 40 east.
As the chase reached the Crystal Hill area, Trooper Permenter took the lead. The suspect circled through the Crystal Hill neighborhood before re-entering Interstate 40, continuing eastbound.
Probably going 40 west. 40 east.
Taking 40 east. Take over.
10-40, take over.
Secondary. That was something. secondary, 40 east, 140, 152. 40 east, 152. Speed 90, we're on the left shoulder now. Speed 90, left shoulder.
The pursuit continued at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour through heavy traffic. Officers maintained close pursuit, waiting for a safe opportunity to perform a pit maneuver and bring the chase to an end.
JFK, speeds 112. Where's the JFK speed 112? We're going to be taking JFK. Take JFK.
As the suspect vehicle approached the levee exit, the driver began passing other motorists by using the interstate shoulder. The suspect then exited onto JFK Boulevard and continued westbound on West Pershing Boulevard. At that point, a successful pit maneuver was executed near the old North Little Rock Police Department building, bringing the pursuit to an end. The suspect, later identified as Corey Simmons, fled the scene on foot, running northbound. After a short foot chase, Trooper Permenter caught Simmons. He resisted arrest but complied after being struck once in the cheek. Simmons was taken into custody without further incident. At about 10:25 p.m. on August 29th, 2025, an officer attempted to stop a suspected drunk driver after spotting a vehicle going the wrong way down a one-way street in the downtown area. The car initially pulled over, but then suddenly sped off, sparking a high-speed chase. Officers briefly lost sight of the suspect after a short pursuit. Another officer soon relocated the vehicle, reigniting the chase through downtown toward the River Road and North Meridian area, where the suspect was lost once again. At that point, a K-9 officer patrolling nearby was unaware that danger was quickly approaching.
Yeah, so it's on number 1, we're going up to River Meridian. Speed 3, traffic light, roads are gray. Call on number 2. Northbound on Meridian from the bypass.
Northbound Meridian from the bypass.
Go to state and check for air, please. Going underneath the bridge, going towards Red Mire.
Alright, bridge.
Leave Edward 9116.
Okay, my son's transported.
To the parking lot of Fred Meyer, he's going out towards River Road.
Parking lot of Fred Meyer, towards River Road.
Going into a dead end at Fred Meyer.
Dead end at Fred Meyer.
Northbound through the parking lot, going back out towards the road that goes underneath the North Meridian Bridge.
Copy, northbound through the parking lot towards the bridge.
The pit not successful, he's continuing on under the bridge, coming back up to northbound North Meridian.
Copy, back out to North Meridian.
370 number 1, going the wrong way. I'm way down the North Meridian, going towards River Road.
North Meridian, towards River Road.
Should I call it?
The driver then entered the bypass going the wrong way and deliberately rammed head-on into a K-9 patrol unit. The impact disabled both vehicles, and the patrol car erupted in flames.
Can 24, I'm out.
Good boy.
You're okay.
Fortunately, no serious injuries were reported in the crash. The driver was taken into custody on multiple felony and misdemeanor charges and is currently being held at the Pierce County Jail. His identity has not yet been released, but police confirmed he has a history of serious prior offenses.
Dude, that fucking rocked me. I wasn't even going that fast. Because I was expecting him. Oh, my legs cramp. Can you hold him?
On September 17, 2024, at about 5:56 p.m., Trooper Guerriere with the Florida Highway Patrol attempted to stop a black Lincoln displaying an expired temporary tag on Southwest 10th Street east of Powerline Road. When he activated his emergency lights and siren, the driver took off.
So I'm the only person on this stage who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. And let me say that the United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, came up with a border security bill which I supported. And that bill would have put 1,500 more border agents on the border to help those folks who are working there right now overtime, trying to do their job. It would have allowed us to stem the flow of fentanyl coming into the United States. I know there's so many families watching.
The driver accelerated, weaving through traffic and nearly colliding with two other vehicles while changing lanes. The car then ran a red light at Newport Center Drive before entering Interstate 95 southbound. Recognizing the danger to other motorists, Trooper Guerriere made the decision to perform a precision immobilization technique to bring the pursuit to an end.
What's your 1020 now?
Trooper Guerriere executed the pit maneuver, ending the pursuit. The driver, identified as Vintoya Woodard, was taken into custody at 6:01 p.m. A child was found in the front passenger seat. Paramedics confirmed the child was unharmed, and custody was later released to a family member. Woodard told officers she fled out of fear and admitted her license had been suspended. A female deputy from the Broward County Sheriff's Office conducted a search before Trooper Guerriere transported Woodard to the Broward County Jail without incident. On January 1, 2024, around 9 p.m., A Monona police officer observed an SUV make a sudden turn near the intersection of St. Teresa Terrace and Monona Drive. Suspecting the driver was trying to avoid contact, the officer followed the vehicle into a nearby parking lot. Instead of stopping, the SUV turned around and accelerated past the officer onto Nichols Road, initiating a pursuit with speeds exceeding 80 miles per hour. The suspect vehicle then ran a stop sign before crashing into a tree. Dashcam footage captured the SUV's brake lights activating just before the impact, followed by a burst of flames as the vehicle struck the tree. When officers approached, the SUV was heavily damaged, with all 3 occupants trapped inside and appearing seriously injured. Officers quickly broke the rear window to begin extracting the victims from the vehicle.
I got it. No. Get underneath it. I mean, I don't get underneath, but it's right. No, it's good.
Can there's another one in here? Yeah. Hey, you still awake? You still awake? I'm afraid to even climb in there. It might dislodge it. Yeah. Can anyone inside hear me? Hey, do you want me to check a pulse on him? I can get down below. I'm afraid the car could shift and crush you. Oh, good point. Okay. Do you guys want to start third shift? Nacho's handling it. Hey, bud. Come on, wake up. I don't think we can get in and check the guy in the back, Nacho, without shifting the car. Hey, I'm not sure if Nacho's gonna want this, but open bottle. Just leave everything in the car.
On December 23, 2023, Trooper McGeehan and Trooper Dela Cruz were conducting speed enforcement on Interstate 4 westbound near mile marker 35. Trooper Dela Cruz clocked a gray Volkswagen traveling at 119 miles per hour. Trooper McGeehan moved to intercept the vehicle and saw the driver operating recklessly. Near mile marker 31, emergency lights were activated to initiate a traffic stop, but the suspect accelerated, refusing to stop, prompting a pursuit with sirens activated.
With damaged tires, the suspect pulled onto a dirt shoulder near Eastlake Avenue and North 37th Street. Troopers McGeehan and Dela Cruz exited their patrol cars, and Dela Cruz issued loud commands. The driver, identified as John Butler by his Florida license, immediately complied, placing his hands out the window and lying face down. Butler was handcuffed, secured in the patrol car, and read his Miranda rights. He invoked his rights and refused to answer questions. A search revealed marijuana over 20 grams, opioids or derivatives Schedule 1 or 2, and drugs with intent to sell. Butler faces charges including fleeing, reckless driving, and multiple drug offenses. On January 9th, 2021, around 11:04 p.m., Trooper Crossland was notified of a non-custodial kidnapping out of Tennessee, with the suspect's vehicle being tracked into the area. Shortly after, Trooper James Ray spotted the vehicle heading west on Interstate 40 near the Franklin-Crawford County line.
Yes, sir, that's correct. And this is a non-custodial parental kidnapping. It's going to be 27 at the 16 West. I'll be waiting on you here at the 16. Yeah, 4-1 anything. Yeah, 4 I pulled out in front of you. Thermal on. She's not trying to take off. 1037. So copy 1037. Force base, you get ready.
She just ran me thick.
Trooper Crossland positioned in front of the suspect vehicle, with Trooper Ray behind and Trooper Ellis on the driver's side. As they attempted to stop the vehicle, the suspect rammed Trooper Crossland's patrol car twice and tried to flee along the shoulder, sideswiping the patrol unit. The suspect briefly lost control in the grassy area, but struck Crossland's vehicle again while re-entering the roadway. Trooper Crossland forced the suspect back into the grass, where both vehicles spun. Despite steering damage, Crossland struck the suspect's car once more, causing both to spin off the road. The suspect's vehicle was disabled and boxed in. The suspect was arrested without further incident, and the juvenile was safely recovered.
Last overpass. The interchange. Ready with spikes. Boxer.
What are you looking? Show your hands!
I have a towel.
Yeah, we know. Get out here on the ground. Get on the ground.
I don't have anything on me.
Why the hell did you hit us?
I didn't hit you.
Yeah, you did.
You ran me. I didn't ram you. You ran me first. I have a towel in the car.
On September 7, 2024, around 11:15 p.m., Trooper N.S. Babel was clearing debris from State Road 97 when he saw Escambia County deputies with lights and sirens activated. Dispatch confirmed they were pursuing a reckless driver traveling the wrong way on U.S. Highway 29. Trooper Babel immediately activated his emergency lights and joined the pursuit.
As Trooper Babel approached, deputies moved aside, allowing him to take the lead. The suspect vehicle, a brown 2013 Chevrolet Tahoe with Alabama tag N81DVA, continued southbound on US Highway 29, swerving between lanes and ignoring emergency lights. Trooper Babel quickly positioned himself to attempt a pit maneuver. After 2 unsuccessful pit attempts, Trooper Babel executed a third pit on the left side, causing the vehicle to spin counterclockwise onto the median. The unprotected median sloped downward, causing the SUV to roll over once before coming to rest on its roof. Trooper Babel pulled the driver out through a rear window and took him into custody.
Roll over.
Responding units, AVL showing US 29 just south of County Road 196.
The driver, identified as 34-year-old Derek Michael Coleman, showed clear signs of impairment, including bloodshot, yellow-tinted eyes, slurred speech, and difficulty keeping his balance. During a vehicle search, Trooper Aiden Areen discovered a loaded handgun within Coleman's reach in the center console. As a convicted felon, Coleman is prohibited from possessing firearms. An open container of Crown Royal whiskey was also found in the vehicle. Coleman now faces charges including felon in possession of a firearm, fleeing and eluding with disregard for safety, and driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
Are you hurt in any way?
On September 16, 2025, around 11:36 p.m., Trooper Hunter Glover was patrolling eastbound on Interstate 630 near the 6-mile marker when he spotted a black Nissan Pathfinder with temporary tags speeding past his patrol unit in the number 3 lane at about 90 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone, its hazard lights flashing. Trooper Glover activated his blue lights and attempted a traffic stop. The Pathfinder slowed slightly to around 80 miles per hour, but refused to yield, continuing eastbound. Glover notified Troop A dispatch and turned on his sirens, but the driver made no attempt to stop. By the 4-mile marker, the vehicle was still traveling roughly 75 miles per hour, and Glover officially declared it a pursuit.
Item 8, 10-4, 1135.
Still eastbound, passing the 5, speed 77.
Little Rock, Item 21, do you want the net? Little Rock, Item 21, do you want the net?
I gotta stand up. Passing 4, speed 69. Don't show me 1037.
Little Rock unit, that is 1063 for item 21.
H21, where you at?
Over now. Pull over now. Pull over now, or I'm putting you in the ditch.
Coming up on the 3B, keeps waving out the window at me.
Coming up on the 3B.
Trooper Glover positioned his patrol vehicle alongside the driver's side and used the PA system to order the driver to pull over, warning that he would force the vehicle to stop if necessary. The driver extended her hand out the window as if signaling him to let her pass. Observing that she was holding a cell phone and checking her screen, Trooper Glover saw text messages rather than an emergency call. He then executed a tactical vehicle intervention, spinning the Pathfinder about 90 degrees counterclockwise. Trooper Glover quickly exited his vehicle, drew his firearm, and took the driver into custody. 2 off-duty Little Rock officers arrived to assist. The driver, later identified as 40-year-old Sharhonda Collins, was secured in the back of Trooper Glover's patrol vehicle.
Step to me. All right, cool. Step out of the car. Step out of the car and come to me. Keep your hands up.
At around 4 p.m. on November 17th, 2025, the Ohio State Highway Patrol notified Sydney police that a vehicle tied to an armed robbery had been picked up on cameras traveling westbound on State Route 47. Sydney officers quickly located the vehicle at the Clark gas station on Michigan Street near Interstate 75. Dash camera footage shows the suspect driver, Clemens, pulling out of the gas station and driving away. When an officer attempted to make a traffic stop, Clemens immediately accelerated and fled westbound on SR 47, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
The chase came to an end when the suspect vehicle crashed and rolled multiple times in the 5000 block of Cardo Road in Shelby County. According to the Ohio State Highway Patrol, the driver, Trayshawn L. Clemens, 25, of Kettering, was ejected from the vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. A 19-year-old female passenger from Piqua was airlifted to Miami Valley Hospital with serious injuries.